Richie, a lot happened this season, both to the team and to you personally with the injury. How would you characterize the campaign and how do you see the future for this team given the ending of this season?
Yeah, I think an up and down season for I think everyone, myself included. Yeah, obviously we fell short of the mark of what we wanted to achieve, but I think, like I said to you a few days ago, I think the end of the season from summer until now, I think did a pretty good job of, rallying with low numbers on the team, injuries, and obviously tough opponents and a tough part of the year. So I think the end was something we could all be proud of. But yeah, the beginning is something I think we dropped points when we shouldn't have, and yeah, obviously got off to a slow start. So that was tough. And then yeah, personally getting injured was tough. So being able to fight back from that and get myself back fit and ready and healthy to play again is good. So I would say for myself, towards the end of the year was good, and then also for the team, I think from summer until now was a good moment for us.
Richie, obviously, it'll be up to Jason and Robin to sort of address the needs of the roster in the offseason. We suspect that changes are going to come. But from your perspective, what would you like to see happen? How do you think this team needs to strengthen?
Yeah, that's probably more a question for them, but we just need guys in the building that want to, fight and do the things that we need for this club to get back to where it needs to be. So we just need of course we have, I think some good players in the team now, but we need to add guys that can take us to another level. So I know that's going to be a priority for them. So yeah, I think we need to, again, just build off of what we had towards the end of this year. And if we add, I don't know how many pieces that are going to help us move in a really good direction. So
what's been your take on Georgie thus far? I mean, he's come in a short period of time. I think he has like 8 goal contributions in 10 games, and pretty significant contribution as a DP. Just be interested to hear your take on what he's meant to the team, both on the field and off the field as well.
yeah, Georgie's been great. I think a really good addition. That's probably why they were out to get him. So I think it was perfect. Number 10 for us to get on our team. He's, like you said, in a short period of time, done a lot for us. And I think even, again, with the injuries and low numbers that we had on the team, you've seen the quality that he has and what he's able to do for the team. So I would imagine with, some new faces around him and him getting more adjusted to being here, it's going to be even better for the new year. So yeah, I think on and off the field, very excited for what he's bringing so far.
Different teams have different characters. Robin has talked about the selflessness of this group, how everybody works together. How would you assess the culture within the locker room with the group at the end of the season?
Yeah, I would say just a bunch of guys that just aren't selfish. I think you saw that again from summer on. The guys were really dialed in, and I think everyone's back kind of was against the wall from summer until now, and I think guys responded in a really good way. So yeah, I think we have a lot of really good guys on the team, and a lot of guys that are willing to put others before themselves, I think, which is also good, and you need this in a team to be successful. But yeah, I think that kind of summarizes the characteristics of the team.
You worked under Robin before, so it's not your first time with him, but I'm just curious as to what was it like playing under him as a coach, and the fact that he was a former defender of some repute. I wonder if that means you took on what he said a little bit more readily.
Yeah, him being a defender does help someone like myself. He's able to guide us, the back four, in a good direction. So that part is very good. He was obviously a very good defender in this league. Yeah, I worked with him in 2019, and he's still the same guy that he was then. So obviously he was the assistant coach then, but still same guy, same kind of philosophy that we followed in 2019 is something that he also sees now. So yeah, it's been nice working with him because it kind of brings back, when I first got to the club and me trying to learn how to play under the system here at Toronto. So it's been good.
Rich, the physical part of the game, is it more of a don't back down situation, or it's more of like a return to the position and the ways to focus?
Yeah, it's the way I've played since I've been young. So I've never been the biggest guy, so I've had to find other ways to keep myself engaged and dialed in the game. So that's one of the ways, and I've done it since I've been 6, 7 years old. So
Does that get overplayed though, Richie? I mean, obviously you're an intense player, but I mean, speaking to other coaches, they also sort of talk about your on-field intelligence and that you've got like a high football IQ. So I wonder if you feel that the tenacity, for lack of a better word, is something that gets sort of focused on more than the other parts of your game.
yeah, it probably does, but I guess fair in some senses. But yeah, it does. I think I'm well-rounded in that case. But yeah, I think obviously that maybe makes the highlights, and that's what people see more. But yeah, there's still a lot more things that I do on the pitch apart from that. But yeah, that is for sure one of my characteristics, though. So.
Richie, just wanted to ask about the Canadian players, particularly in the squad this season, young guys being given opportunities. How important is that for you personally to see within the organisation going forward, these almost like a bit of a Canadian nucleus to how the team operates?
Yeah, good. I think being one of 3 Canadian teams, you want to see Canadians being able to play and develop and either stick on the first team and be big parts of the team, or be sold and doing things in different leagues. So I think that's good. It's not something I feel like when I first got into the league was really happening for young Canadian players. So now that, being able to see a bunch of guys make debuts, be consistent players, get a lot of minutes, I think that is big time for our club, but even more so I think for the national team as well. We need more young Canadians playing at a young age, developing, playing big games. This league gets better every single year, so them playing, against some of the likes that you see on other teams is important and it's valuable for them. So I think, yeah, we're doing a pretty good job of that right now, and I think the other 2 teams as well play a lot of young Canadians, so that is, it's good to see.
You played under several different captains, whether it was on the national team or in your club career. Maybe you can just get your sort of take on what Jonathan has meant. What kind of captain is he, and what's it been like him captaining this club while your time here?
Yeah, I think you think of Toronto FC, you think of also. So I think this club means everything to him. He doesn't take any days for granted, like I know you guys know and see when he plays. So it's been good. He's obviously new to being a captain just last season, but he's made, I think, really good strides, and he's been, for me, someone that when I first got here looked up to because he was on the national team, being able to be from here, play here, do really well here, all those things meant a lot to me. So to see him now as captain and, continuing to every day grow and be good in the position, I think is a plus. And yeah, he's doing, I think, a very good job.
Conditioning seemed to be a big part of your game as one of the fittest guys around. How did you recoup from the injury, and what do you recommend to younger players in terms of staying fit?
Yeah, I would have to thank obviously the guys here, the guys in the national team for helping me get back fit. But yeah, I think that's something that I've had since I've been young. So I don't know if it was maybe a little bit, I was lucky to be born and gifted that as well. But I think it helps my game. Obviously, with repetitive running and the way outside backs now play these days, you have to be pretty fit to play in the position. So yeah, I think that helps. But again, I obviously do come in every day from the minute I was starting to play competitive as a kid to, working hard was a non-negotiable for me, for the teams that I played on. So I think that helps. I think that would probably be my message to younger kids. That's one of the non-negotiables. Talent is great and it takes you a far way, but working hard is never going to be able to be replaced. So.
Richie, this time last year, we spent a lot of time talking about what the team's identity was going to be. I'm wondering what characteristics, what traits, what progress you saw in that regard, and was there a moment that coalesced that?
Yeah, I think resilience. I think in past years, sometimes when we concede goals, it could end up being a 2-3-4-0 game versus, especially down this last stretch, we concede and it never really felt like that. We were able to claw back against some very good teams away and at home. So I think resilience would be the word I'd probably use for the team this season, because I think at various points when we are losing big players that were at this club, important players that were at this club, we could have thrown in the towel. And games like Philly going away with a thin team, it could have ended up, I'm sure, like you guys have seen, Philly's done a number of times to different teams. It could have been a 4 or 5, 6-0 game, but we ended up making it a 1-1 game and could have honestly won the game there at the end. So I think resilience would be the word I would use.